This video is brought to you by newqbo.com. newqbo.com, that's our QBO blog. We have great QBO articles and free video tutorials to help you. So remember to subscribe to our YouTube channels, BP Controller, QuickBooks QBO, youtube.com/BP Controller, youtube.com/QuickBooks QBO, the one you're watching right now. So in this video I'm going to discuss how would multiple AR accounts from QuickBooks Desktop convert to QuickBooks Online to QBO. So in QuickBooks Desktop you can have multiple AR accounts, but in QuickBooks Online you can create accounts, but it will default to just one AR, and it will not work the same way as QuickBooks Desktop. So I'm going to go to QuickBooks Desktop now and show you what I'm talking about here. Let's say you want to create invoice. This is a desktop one. You can select AR number 1 or number 2 when you create invoice, and the payment will apply to the same AR type. Okay, but in QuickBooks Online, if you go to the want to create invoice, let's say, so there's the invoice form, but there's no way to select number 1 and number 2, so it's basically defaults to just one AR, although you have created multiple accounts, so that's no help. Okay, so what to do now? Let's say I've converted this from desktop to QuickBooks Online. So here's a chart of accounts. So in here I have number 1 and number 2 with balances in here, 89,316, and the other one is at $30,720 on the number 2 one here. So if you go to I just did the conversion a few minutes ago, and the conversion came out okay. See, it's number 1 and number 2, and they do balance, they do match. Okay, so what do you do after this? Now you converted this. Okay, since it will take just one account, you have two options. One is to receive payment on these and then merge, or you can merge it right away. Eventually you have to merge it to one account anyway. Okay, so let's say you receive payment on number 1, it will apply to the correct AR. Let's just say in here, let's select one receive payment on this one invoice. Number 1 is the commercial in this example. Alright, let's say XYZ, and you have let's select payment on this one. Let's say 6280.50. Okay, save and close. So now as you can see here, it did apply to number 1 AR, which is the commercial type. And let's see, other one, number 2 is government type in this example, City of Los Angeles, let's say, and you see payment on this. Okay, save and close. Alright, so in this example, let's say number 2 in here, so I went to the apply to the correct AR number. Okay, but when you create invoice, it will apply, it'll just go to one default account. So at this point, looking at it, you don't know which one is your default account by this time. Okay, let's just create one invoice and you will see which one is the default one. Okay, let's say I want to create this commercial invoice. Let's want to create this. So let's say add in here, and let's say you want to add something else to this. This is the commercial one. Let's say this is 10. Okay. All right. So let's say you create invoice for the $4,000 plus tax. So now you will see which one is the default one. So because I already know this is the number 2 is the default one. So here is your invoice and you just create it. So it posted to in here. It didn't post to number 1. Okay. So it posted to number 2. So this is your default one. Okay. So what do you do now? It's not going to work, right? So you need to merge these accounts. Okay. So what you need to do now is let's say you need to, since this is the default type, you need to merge this 11,000 number 1 account to 11,200. Okay, so right now it's a big mess in here. It's going to create all kinds of big mess in here. Okay, so go to chart of accounts again and go to edit. So you want to merge this to number 2. Save and close. It'll ask you, would you like to merge? You say yes. Alright, so now you have a combined AR account. It's merged now. This is one AR. This is the way it's supposed to be in QBO. You can have 2 AR accounts working. You can create accounts, but it will not work. So now you don't need this number 2. Just change this to you don't need a number in here now. Alright, so this number you can renumber it if you want. Let's just say I want to make this 11,000. So that's it. So now if you go back to reports, so this is all one summary report, and so these 3 is they are government type, so you can still filter it, but you have to filter specific customers in here. For example, in this case I have only few customers in here, but if you have $10,000, this is not going to be practical. It's not going to work. So in this case I know these 3 are government type and the rest are all commercial type. So I want to, these are all the government type, and I can edit this if I want. Make it government. Okay, and make this save this and make this my customized report right here. So now when I run this report next time, you will see it on my custom reports in here. Just go in here, right here, right, and you will need to do the same thing for the commercial type if you really want to do this. But the problem is selecting the right type in here. So in this case I have only a few. What happens if you have 10,000 customers on the list? This is not going to be practical, So I'm just going to select this, and now this one is the commercial one. Do the same thing, save it. So next time when you run report, you just go to custom reports, and you have one for government and the other one for commercial. Okay, so that's the focus of this video. Hopefully this is helpful to you. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channels. Thank you. Bye.